It is time for more Minecraft Bingo. This time I've got the 25-minute challenge for the week, seed 3666, and I've been studying this card. We're going to need a couple of eggs, one for the pumpkin pie as well as the egg itself. There isn't as much iron on this card, and some of the items are on the easier side. I'm still not sure how this is going to turn out because there still are some things that we might have to travel far afield for. But I could imagine people getting very good scores on this one. I did not remember the spawn point, and so I guess we're about to see what's happening there. Well, I see my acacia saplings all around, and it looks like I'll be closest to walking over this way. And so I guess I'll go that way. And it looks like there might be a dungeon right there. And so we'll try to head in this direction to start. We'll get our acacia as our wood, and we'll take a peek down into that hole to see if it is indeed some kind of dungeon spawner, or we might be able to get some good things. I will need a glass bottle, and so I guess I'll wait until I make tools. I'll still be in an area where there's lots of sand around, and so that'll be easy to grab at that point in time. And I'm going to need 2 cactus potentially. So rather than worry about it later, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab those now, because cactus is one of the things that I have some historical tendency to forget about. That looks like it's just a deep cave entrance that can't be scaled quickly due to the lava. So we'll probably just leave that area behind. And I'm not going to need the red flower that I just saw over there. So we'll go ahead and start getting our wood and hopefully start earning our way towards the acacia sapling. Let's try to chop down the woody bits that'll get the leaves decaying as fast as possible, first and foremost. And yeah, I think after I chop this one down, that'll be good enough that I can go ahead and make some tools, and then we can come back and chop down a little bit more wood if we need to. Let's get ourselves some stone and all that jazz. And yeah, I don't know if I can stay on task and really execute well on this one. I do feel like it's a card that with just a little bit of luck could give a generous score, and so I have high hopes, and so I hope that they won't be quashed either by my own, foolish mistakes or bad luck, or mostly by my own foolish mistakes, basically. So hopefully I'm gonna play a clean run and feel like things are paying off for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and make some basic tools. I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking up the what do you call here? That we can use that and that, and then let's go ahead and get these in their usual spots. There's my acacia sapling, and I'm gonna need some more wood, and so we'll chop this down to gain access to it a little bit better, and also just grab a little bit more wood that we're gonna need in the long run. And then I can also go ahead and cook up these. And let's see, yeah, let's go ahead and get those going like that. I'm going to need to hold on to that. These can be converted into these, and I guess that's enough blocks for the moment. And I'm probably going to need a second furnace at some point, and so let me just go ahead while some other things are cooking right now and get that ready to go. Oops, not in there. Over here is where you craft another furnace, Brian. There we go. And then is there anything else that I need from right here? No, we're going to need to find some chickens shortly, and I am going to need both color mushrooms. So let's keep an eye out for those as well. But we'll go ahead and make our glass bottles, like so. And they're conveniently on the bar, which means I could be running and just whee, toss them out. As I go, I did indeed see a red mushroom over here, so let's make sure we grab that. And then, yeah, finding chickens will be one of the priorities, because it would be great then to head downstairs somewhere where there's chickens above us working on their egg-laying skills. I see some pigs over here, and I could definitely use some food in the 25-minute challenge. You always want to make sure you get your food. I don't need the ink sac for anything. Yeah, other than the cyan dye, there's no other dye color things that I'm going to need. I do need an apple, and so... Oh, and here's my chickens. Okay, great. So this is a good place to camp for a moment. So let's do this. I'm going to get more wood as a result of chopping down these trees going for apples. And we're in a spot where the chickens will be laying their eggs. And I need to be keeping an eye out for pumpkins on the surface as well. And is there any other surface things I need to do? Catching a fish doesn't necessarily have to be the surface. The brown mushroom I still haven't found, and there's probably one around here. Well, maybe not. It's not as large of a swamp as I thought. Let's not worry about that too much. Let's chop down 2 more trees, and I'm probably pretty likely to get the apple, I would imagine. Assuming that these trees are going to decay. Is this one touching the other one? I think it is. So let's chop down this tree as well, just to be extra sure. And then one of these trees has got to give me an apple. And even if I don't see it right now, I can always come back for it a little bit later while the chickens are laying their eggs. I probably want to head downstairs. There is a brown mushroom over here. So I think I will take a moment to grab that. And are there any other things I need to cook right now? I don't think so. Got lots of wood. Let's go ahead and get the food on the bar. Oops. All right, that's fine. There's nothing else I need to cook. What was I making here? The mushroom stew, right? And I want to hold on to the bowls because I could still get beetroot stew as well. All right, so basically while I'm near chickens, I want to try to head downstairs and get a little bit of iron and possibly some other things. And so we're just going to hope, since I haven't seen a cave entrance that I recall, going to hope that we can either dig down into a cave or dig down into some iron right over here. I hear a zombie. Which way was he? He is this way. Okay, and I probably want the coal for cooking up some things shortly, and so we'll dig through the coal as we make our way to the zombies, and I think I hear 2 of them, and so I think there's going to be a dungeon spawner over here. And I might have actually gone too low. Let me go down a little bit farther. No, this might be the right height. All right. Zombies, where are you? They could be above me, they could be below me. It's probably right over here somewhere. So let's just do this. I see a creeper. Okay, and the creeper sees me. All right, so a bunch of bad guys see me. This could get ugly. All right, we're still alive. Everything's fine. In a moment, I will be able to eat, and then I'll be able to heal. All right. That was not necessarily the best work that I've ever done in Minecraft, but we're alive, and that's what matters. So let's just continue on. Start gathering some of this iron. I plan to come back out the same way I came in, and so let's go ahead and start cooking the iron here. Leave it in that furnace. See if we can find some other easy iron, such as this. And I think I decided I was going to need 25 iron for this card, which is not very much. Most cards have more. All right, that was oh, there's a dungeon spawner. I don't remember that there's any dungeon item. Oh, there's a saddle. Okay. There is something on this card that we want out of a dungeon. And apparently they couldn't find a way to pathfind me. Okay, that works very much in my favor. I think I will take a moment to kill these guys because I think there's only 4. Yeah, there's 5. Okay. But with 2 chests, I think the odds of finding a saddle are very large. And so hopefully we'll get our saddle. We might get some more iron ingots and some other stuff that might be valuable. All right, name tag I don't need. The bones, pumpkin seeds. I could always grow a pumpkin now if I needed to. There's some iron ingots, and there's gunpowder, which I'm pretty sure I needed, but maybe I already got. Let's go ahead and get this on the bar. And all right, and let's grab some more of these in case I do end up growing some things later on. Okay. We didn't get the saddle, unfortunately. And I got a little bit of iron, but not a ton. At this point, let's see. The chickens should have laid eggs by now, and so I think I'm just going to head back upstairs for the moment. We'll try to cover a little bit more of upstairs ground before it turns nighttime, and then we'll do things from there. That sounds reasonable. Got tons of wood that I can use as blocks. So let's go ahead and get one type of wood out of my inventory, just so I have fewer things to have to carry and worry about. Have you laid an egg yet? How about you? How about you? Here's one egg, okay. And then I want a second one for the pumpkin pie, ideally. I see chickens over here. These guys apparently... Oh, and I need to get my apple, right. And I see an apple right over here, I think. Oh, here's one. Okay, great. Thing that I originally thought I saw was actually a red flower. There is another chicken over there, and so let's see if he... Well, I guess she has laid an egg. Have you laid an egg? You have not. Should really stick around. Okay, let's do this. I'm wasting a little bit of time here, but let's get this cooking while I'm waiting on the egg, and let's get this cooking while I'm waiting on the egg, and let's go ahead and craft something. What could I craft? I'm going to want an iron pick for sure, for a variety of reasons. So let's go ahead and craft that. And I don't need a water bucket. Do I need shears for anything? I forgot to look at that on this card. No, I don't think so. I need sugarcane is one thing I need from the surface that I've forgotten about. Is there sugarcane here? I don't see it here. Is there any sugarcane visible from elsewhere around here? Over there, there is. I don't see any pumpkins. I don't see any jungles. So I guess I'd craft a boat, and that will get us over to the sugarcane. We have plenty of materials for that. I prefer to have that like this. These things should be all cooked up at the moment. So I can do that. There's my other egg. Hooray. Okay, great. I think I got an extra one in there. And those are all cooked up, and so I got plenty of food. All right, so we're going to go grab the sugarcane. I never made a sign, which I just realized, so I need to do that at some point, but that'll be easy. I've got plenty of wood. And I even just got some more sticks to go with it. Yeah, and then we'll need to head downstairs and get a number of things. I'm pretty sure the only thing... I need the sugar for the pumpkin pie as well, right. I was thinking about it for the firework, which I could go ahead and craft. Let me actually go ahead and craft a few more things. So let's do this before it gets too monstery. Let's go ahead and we need a piece of sugar. We need, is a firework rocket like that? Yeah. And I needed to make the sign I was just saying, so let's go ahead and make that one. And this would be a good time to update the card. Okay, so I need to kill a bunch of monsters. I need to get a bunch more iron things. I could possibly find a jungle. Clay is something that's easy to get in the overworld that I still haven't gotten. So let's try to spot some clay near the edge of the water here if we can. Not immediately seeing it here. I expect I'll see it somewhere else, but there all are potentially also caves that I'm passing by. Yeah, there's definitely some cave systems. I might see a jungle actually. And if I do, yeah, there are 2 items that we might be able to get out of the jungle that would be worth it. And so I think I will head in that direction. The cocoa bean and the melon could both help us get towards an item or 2 on the card. I see a skeleton up there, and I don't immediately see any melons. So let's head towards more of the thick of the jungle that doesn't immediately have a skeleton. Cocoa beans will be most everywhere. So I'm not as worried about spotting them. And I should probably just head up into this. Yeah, it seems like it's a pretty good sized jungle, so hopefully we'll find a melon in here somewhere. So let me pick that back up just in case I need it. I don't need that. And grab a cocoa bean, see if we can find a melon. And then, yeah, find a good place to head downstairs, I suppose. Okay, got the cocoa beans. And maybe we'll find wheat in a dungeon so that I won't have to go and grow it myself. But I do have plenty of bones if I want to, and I've actually got some seeds on me, I'm pretty sure too. So I ought to be able to grow it myself if I want. It does look like there is a place to go downstairs over here, possibly a ravine. It does look like it's a ravine. So I guess for easy ravine access, oh, there was already water down there. It's a little bit monstery here, but I think I'll be safe enough. And I see some more iron, which will definitely help us. So let's start heading down in this direction. And I think there was some iron back behind me. And so before I dig this out, yeah, right up here, let's go ahead and grab this. And then as I get further downstairs, we're going to need 5 pieces of gold, assuming that we can get the melon seed. That's the reason we need the 5th, the 4 for the clock. And we'll also need some cyan, the blue, basically. What am I trying to say? Lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli. Yes. And the creeper's gonna see me here. And you know what? You could just blow up potentially. Wouldn't bother me too much. Nope. Not interested in blowing up. Just want to make a mess of yourself. There we go. Okay. And I don't think there's anyone else about to fall on my head. And I think with this iron, I'll probably have enough iron. And we're only at level 41 right now, and so we need to go deeper for all the good stuff. And I don't know that I saw a cave extension coming out of here necessarily anywhere. And so I think, just in case I need the iron, let's do this. I think I can probably just start digging down. I don't remember if I need coal right now, so let's dig down through a little bit of the coal. But let's see, I'm currently at level 36. Need to be at least 32 before we start getting into the lapis and gold. Just because I see myself potentially going back up to the surface, I'm going to leave myself a staircase here. And yeah, hopefully we'll get down into some of the good stuff. And it's going to take me a little while digging, actually. And so why don't I also go ahead and get the iron cooking once again. And so let's put half the iron in here. And let's put half the iron in here. And yeah, we'll have all of that cooking. Oops. Okay. Let's not dig ourselves into a hole where we fall and die. And I could find a diamond downstairs as well, and redstone. Right, I forgot I'm going to need redstone for the compass. I guess that's the only thing. Oh, and I never got the clay. That's another reason I need to go back upstairs. The Enderman might also be good to find upstairs. And I can quick grow the wheat, so I'm not too worried about that. The beetroots seem like they're not necessarily going to get found. And we're down at level 15 or 14, so I could start digging straight across. Although I hear some lava. So let's see if we can find our way to an open cave system down here in the lava layer. Well, now I'm not hearing it, but here's some redstones. That's one of the things we're going to need. And I've got plenty of that. Need it for the clock and the compass. And down at this layer, let's just start probing in a few different directions. Oops, I've gotten turned around. Where's my hallway? Here it is. And just see if we can spot either a cave or some diamonds or some gold or some lapis. Basically anything other than stone would be nice. All right. But it doesn't appear that there's anything down here but stone and the little bit of redstone that we found, which is very sad. How am I doing on time? We're at 16 minutes. My iron is probably finishing cooking. Let's do one more bit of probing, digging over here, and then we'll go back to the iron because my iron pick is running out anyway. Yep, still not seeing anything. I do hear the lava, though. I'm going to go a little bit further. Yeah, I'm getting really close to the lava over here, so I just want to dig over here. Here we go. Here's some lava. It is not a very big lava pool that I'm hearing, and okay, it's not opening up into anything. All right, let's go back to our furnaces, craft up a few things made of iron, and reevaluate where we're at to try to figure out where we can get the best reward over the next 7 minutes. Let's do this. All right, so got lots of iron, which means I can make a compass. Zing. Apparently I dug up some more iron, so let's throw that in there in case I need that. I can make a cauldron. Zing. I can make rails. Zing. Other things made of iron. I don't know that there are. The hopper. Got it. Hopper looks like this. All right, and then I'm going to want another iron pick and an iron axe. And possibly a bucket. Yeah, and I hear a skeleton, which I guess means a cave system somewhere. I don't need that anymore. Right, a bucket could just help keep me alive in certain circumstances, so I'll go ahead and spend it on that, because I don't think I need the iron for anything else. Okay, let's go back up to the surface and get a few more things that we need. White wool I do not need. Those things I might still need. And I would like the furnaces too, please. Don't need the zombie flesh. Got other good foods. Oh, and I do want the seeds, because I'm about to use them. Poop. I don't need that anymore. Great. Yeah. So back upstairs. Oh, crap. Let's not die to the creeper. Step 1. Step 2 is not die to the zombie either. I think I can pull both of these things off and then swim up this waterfall and get away from everybody, hopefully. Yeah, and then it should be turning daytime. I can grow some crops really quick. And then... Because, yeah, I have pumpkin seeds and wheat seeds. Oh, crap. Ah! Alright, skeleton, give me a boost upwards, please. Nope, no boost upwards. He was only the downward boosting skeleton. What a guy. Alright, we're coming back up here. This is not the best place to grow plants, but I think it'll have to do. Alright, so I need to have a hoe. I can grow the wheat really quickly, easily, and then, yeah, I need to plant some other things. Let's get these planted over here. Sure. And then let's quickly grow the wheat. I need a bunch of bone meal for all the growth. There we go. Oh, crap. Thank you for falling and hissing, creeper. Okay, he can't get to me because he's across the whatever. Okay, great. Don't panic. I hear his footsteps, and it's really unnerving me, but he can't get to me, so just get over it, Brian. All right, we can make the cookie, okay? And then we'll grow this, and it actually helps to till the soil that the pumpkins could grow on. Oops, darn it. And it would help to have more places that they could grow. Pumpkin seed, bone meal. Okay, so hopefully that will grow in a moment. What else am I trying to do here? I don't need the paper. I don't need the sugar cane for anything else, just in case I need another piece of sugar for something that I've forgotten. I'm going to do that. I don't need the fireworks. Redstone I still need if I can get the gold. I'm still going to head back downstairs if I can. I don't need any more pumpkin seeds. I'm not going to grow anymore. I don't need the cocoa beans anymore. I'm not going to eat those. Cyan dye I need to go downstairs for again. I don't need all these blocks. Fishing, yeah, wow. I never killed. Are there any spiders around? No, they would have probably all disappeared in the daytime now. And the pumpkin still isn't grown. Okay, let's try heading downstairs and then back up again. So let's do... Okay, this creeper's going to come after me. Oh, there is a spider over here. Hold the phone. Let's see if we can get this guy. He's going to take a bunch of fall damage. Nope, he's not going to take any fall damage. Oh, there's a thingy over here. That actually could contain the string for me. So let's go into the spawner instead. It might be a spider spawner, actually, and I can get the spider eye, too. That would be the best outcome, I think. Show me a spider spawner. It sounds like it could be. There is a spider jockey. Okay, so that's a spider spawner. Great. Right, spiders can hit you through walls. I forgot. Fix your game, Mojang. How much time do I have? I still have 3 minutes. I should be able to get a couple more, 3 more items or something here. So, yeah, let's make some things happen. Okay, I haven't seen the spider eye yet, and so I don't want to break the spawner just yet. Yeah, you go kill your spider jockey, your skeleton rider. There's my spider eye. Okay, I'll be able to get the fish. So now I can break the spawner. Can I find a saddle? No, and I really don't need any of these things, actually, and there isn't another saddle over there. And do I have the 2 string? No, I need to get 1 more piece of string, which is sitting right there. Okay, there we go. Got the string. Let's eat this, because otherwise it's just going to go to waste. Let's go fishing. And what was the other thing? I don't remember right now. Okay, the pumpkins still haven't grown. Hello, okay. Fishing. Only take a moment. I got the spider eye. What was the other thing I wanted? Right, the saddle was not in there. Pumpkins still have not grown, so hurry up. And actually, I can give them more dirt to grow on, potentially. I should have planted the 3rd pumpkin seed. I should have picked a spot that had a little bit more grass already right here. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, Brian. I need to update the card, too. But really, gold and lapis could get me a few more items quickly if I can get back down into my little tunnel. And just pick the right direction to dig. But the fish is taking forever. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. And come on, pumpkin. All right, we got the fish. Pumpkin is still not grown. Not going to wait for the pumpkin, and so I think instead let's rush back down. Ignore all the dangers. We've got golden apples. I want to get into my tunnel, please. Alright, golden apple. This is not working. Crap. Darn it! The water stream kind of foiled me. I thought I was going to be able to get around all those bad guys and get into my tunnel, not realizing there was a creeper in the tunnel, admittedly. Yeah, so we didn't get the pumpkin pie because the pumpkins never grew. Somehow we didn't find lapis or gold or diamonds in our tunnels. I guess I should have dug more. The rest of the card I don't feel too bad about. 16 is not a great score. I expect this week someone will come up with at least 21. Yeah, but that's my score for today. I don't know why. I don't think I did well on any of the 3 seeds this week, but I actually really enjoyed playing. I don't know if I was just in the mood to play bingo or what it was. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching nearly as much as I enjoyed playing. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon with more Minecraft Bingo. Bye-bye.